Good morning, students. This is the time of your political science class. Dear students, we have already begun chapter number 2, that is rights in the Indian Constitution. In that topic, I have already explained to you that rights are nothing else but the conditions of life, and which are very necessary for the all-round development of a human being. After that we have done the evolution theory of rights. हमने ये किया कि अधिकार आए कहाँ से, from where the rights were evolved. So in that sense I already taught you that first time fundamental rights were clearly mentioned in American Constitution through the Bill of Rights, except that they were declared on 10 December 1948 as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And you know that 10 December is being considered as Human Rights Day. Now the most important thing is that after all, why do we need rights? हमें चाहिए क्यों अधिकार? Number one, right shapes the human personality. Because without rights, one cannot be educated, one cannot have good sense of thinking, one cannot have the things they desire in the life. Secondly, democracy implies civil liberties. In the previous classes also I taught you that in democracy, we can't think of democracy without rights, because democracy is prevailing because right to vote is given to the people. The third point was rights are a check on the arbitrary powers and acts of government. You all know that government are also not having unlimited powers. They also seek their powers through the constitution. And our rights are binding on the government to do something for us. Even if we don't have rights, then government will be a dictatorial government, and if there is no constitution, then nobody will be there to stop them. The fourth point was rights are enforceable by the court. Dear students, in the previous class also I taught you that fundamental rights can be enforced by the courts. If we didn't get our rights, we have the right to go to court. The another topic which we have done in the previous class was the difference between fundamental rights and other rights. As I told you that fundamental rights are protected by the ordinary law of land, but the fundamental rights are guaranteed us by the constitution. The other rights can be changed by the ordinary course of legislation. एक साधारण कानून बनाकर सामान्य अधिकारों को ख़त्म किया जा सकता है, but fundamental rights can be changed by the constitution amendment only. Third, no organ of the state, that is union, legislature or state, or the executive or any local body can take away our fundamental rights. So in today's class, we are beginning with the first very important fundamental right, and that is right to equality. बहुत बार आप हमेशा समानता की बात करते हैं, that we all are equal, हमें समान होना चाहिए. But what our fundamental right of right to equality gives us? Equality is a bedrock of Indian polity. अगर हम भारतीय समाज की बात करें तो इसका सबसे मूल आधार क्या है? इक्वालिटी. नंबर वन, इक्वालिटी में जो चीज़ें हमें मिल रही होती हैं उसमें सबसे पहले है इक्वालिटी बिफोर द लॉ. इक्वालिटी बिफोर द लॉ मीन्स that all are equal in the eyes of law. whether the person is rich or poor, whether the person is educated or uneducated. The Constitution forbids discrimination between the persons placed in similar circumstances or conditions. Do you know that there was a law that air hostess couldn't have marriage? वो शादी नहीं कर सकती थी, and of course couldn't bear children or family. For that they went to court and they got the judgment in their favor, because a women have right to bear child, and now it is a right to them that they can also have marriages. The second point of right to equality is prohibition of discrimination. Prohibition of discrimination means that not any type of discrimination is allowed in the country. Article 15 prohibits the state to discriminate against any citizen on ground only in the religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth or any of them. बच्चों, अधिकार जो हैं, फंडामेंटल राइट जो हैं, दे आर गिवन इन द पार्ट 3 ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. और पार्ट 3 इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का जो आर्टिकल 15 है वो ये कहता है कि जो राज्य सरकारें हैं यानी जो गवर्नमेंट्स हैं वो अपने लोगों में प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ के नाम पर, धर्म जाति के नाम पर किसी भी तरह का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, भेदभाव नहीं कर सकती. नो सिटीजन शैल बी डिनाइड टू एक्सेस टू शॉप, पब्लिक रेस्टोरेंट्स, होटल्स एंड द प्लेस ऑफ पब्लिक एंटरटेनमेंट. आप सब जानते हैं हमारी सोसाइटी में इतना डिस्क्रिमिनेशन था कि इवन द पीपल वर नॉट अलाउड ऑन द बेदिंग घाट्स. उनके नहाने के, उनके अन्य स्थान सब अलग होते थे. बट नाउ दिस कैन नॉट हैपन. Neither shall anyone be denied to use of wells, tanks, bathing ghats and roads maintained wholly or partly out of the state funds. There are however two notable exceptions. लेकिन अभी आप कहेंगे मैम ने कहा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं कर सकते, but still there is reservation. So of course there are some exceptions. There are some special provision for women and children. There are some special provision may be made for the advancement of any socially and educationally backward class of the citizen or for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. तो उनको जो अलग से ट्रीट किया जा रहा है, this is known as protective discrimination. अगर घर में कोई छोटा बच्चा है, अगर घर में कोई बीमार है, अगर घर में कोई वीक है, तो सम स्पेशल अटेंशन शुड बी गिवन ऑन देम. थर्ड, इक्वालिटी ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी इन द मैटर्स ऑफ पब्लिक एम्प्लॉयमेंट्स. डियर स्टूडेंट, इन द केस ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट यानी सरकारी नौकरियां लेने के लिए there shall be no discrimination against any citizens on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, residence or any of them in respect of any employment under the state. But of course here the state may reserve post for the members of backward class. The state may reserve post for the widows of the army people. And the state may reserve seats for the handicapped also, and so on. Next is abolition of untouchability. अस्पृश्यता को पूरी तरह खत्म किया गया है. Untouchability was a sin to our society. The Constitution declares that untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is forbidden. किसी भी आधार पर अस्पृश्यता यानी अनटचेबिलिटी को एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया जाएगा. The Untouchability Offence Act of 1955 provides penalties for preventing a person from entering to place of public worship or taking water from the tank, well or spring. Penalties are also provided for denying access to any shop, hotel or restaurant. यानी अगर कोई इन कुछ खास लोगों को किसी होटल में, रेस्टोरेंट में या कहीं पर भी जाने से रोकता है या मंदिर में, तो बहुत बड़ी पेनल्टीज़ उन पे लगाई जाती हैं. In 1976, the name of act was changed from Untouchability Offence Act to Protection of Civil Rights Act. So, this right is very important, which provides us equality to live in our society. We'll do only 2 topics today. और जो दूसरा टॉपिक आज हम करने जा रहे हैं, that is right to freedom. आज़ादी का अधिकार. Now see, अब आज़ादी तो of course everybody want freedom, but do you know that the freedom gives us liabilities also. यानी one's freedom is another's duty. You all can enjoy your rights till the time others are doing their duty. Article 19 of the Constitution ensure to the citizen of India these rights. आपको पता है आर्टिकल 19 को क्लस्टर ऑफ राइट्स भी कहा जाता है, यानी एक ही ग्रुप में बहुत सारे अधिकार. तो हमें बहुत सारे राइट्स मिलते हैं आर्टिकल 19 में. नंबर 1, फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन. नंबर 2, the freedom of assembly. Number 3, freedom to form association and union. Next, right to move freely throughout the territory of India. आपको पता है ना, भारत के किसी भी स्टेट में आप रह सकते हैं, मूव कर सकते हैं. Right to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India. The right to practice or profess or to carry on any occupation, trade, business, etc. And the last but the most important right is right to information. Right to information means you can seek information on any matter which is going under the government. अगर सरकार के किसी भी मामले में आपको पूरी जानकारी चाहिए तो आप वो सरकार से मांग सकते हैं. We have RTI rights. This right was added in the list of fundamental rights in 2005. The right empowers the citizen to seek information about the government records, documents, orders, etc. अगर आपको फॉर एग्जाम्पल राष्ट्रपति का एक दिन का कितना खर्चा लगता है, कितनी सैलरी मिलती है, आपको वो भी पता करना है, तो यू कैन डू दैट. नॉट ओनली द प्रेजिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, द एनीथिंग, एनी मैटर यू कैन फाइल RTI. Freedom is good, but to be free to do undesirable things is bad. आज़ादी का मतलब ये बिल्कुल नहीं है कि आप जो चाहें वो करें. मैंने पहले ही आपको कहा है, one's right is another duty. अगर आपको राइट है सड़क पर सेफ चलने का, तो वो तब तक ही है जब तक दूसरे लोग अपनी ड्यूटीज़ कर रहे हैं. Therefore, unreasonable restriction on freedom of speech can be imposed in the interest of the public order. Secondly, the security of state. Third, the decency और morality. सरकार डिसेंसी के नाम पर, मोरालिटी के नाम पर, सिक्योरिटी के नाम पर आपकी आज़ादी पर बंधन लगा सकती है. A few instances of unreasonable restrictions are punishing someone for criticizing the government and telephone tapping without sufficient reason for the same. A notification banning the entry in the state of Tamil Nadu of the journal was held invalid by the Supreme Court. The court ruled that without liberty of circulation, the publication would be a little value. बिल्कुल ऐसे ही हमें बंद और हड़ताल करने के अधिकार हैं, अपनी बात कहने का अधिकार है, बट अंडर सर्टेन रूल्स एंड रिस्ट्रिक्शंस. मीटिंग एंड डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन आर वेरी पार्ट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. मैंने अभी बताया वी हैव राइट टू स्पीच. अगर हम सरकार के विरोधी हैं, अगर हम किसी चीज़ पे अपना विरोध दर्ज करना चाहते हैं तो हमें राइट टू स्पीच है. पीपल शुड होल्ड डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन फॉर और अगेंस्ट रिजर्वेशन एक्सेट्रा एनी इशू. आपको धरने देने का, अपनी बात कहने का अधिकार है. दे मे होल्ड अ पब्लिक मीटिंग to show support for a political party, but the government may impose reasonable restriction on the rights, this right also. आपको अपनी बात कहने का अधिकार है, पर किसी की मानहानि करने का अधिकार नहीं है. For example, the government has a right to control the time and place of meeting. मान लीजिए कोई सड़क पर, चौराहों पर हड़तालें करने लग जाए, तो उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट आप पर बंधन लगा सकती है. अभी शाहीन बाग में हुआ, पूरी सड़क घेर के हंगामे शुरू हुए, हड़तालें शुरू हुई. These type of things are not accepted by the government. The bans do not fall within the fundamental rights of speech. The ban is a warning that if a person goes to work or open his shop, he would be prevented from doing so. There cannot be any right to enforce a ban with the conflicts with the exercise of the fundamental rights of our citizens. हमें अपनी बात कहने का अधिकार है, हमें दूसरों को काम से रोकने का अधिकार नहीं है. So today we have done only 2 topics. 2 टॉपिक हमने किए हैं. We have done right to equality as well as we have done right to freedom. So you have to do only 2 questions. Number 1, explain the provisions given in the Constitution of India for right to equality. And secondly, you have to do another question, that is, explain right to freedom given in the Indian Constitution. I hope that all of you are doing your assignment, and this will help you to learn to understand the topic properly. If you have any problem, you may call me in the evening from 5 to 6. Thank you very much for good listeners. Thank you.